This is my story of fighting for Arturo's life and for mine. My name is Viviana Rodriguez. I am the co-founder and president of Finding Hope for Frizzle. More importantly, I am the mother of Arturo Alonso, who is an 8-year-old boy with Frizzle disorder. I had a baby in November 2024, our fourth baby, who was unexpected, who we feared could have Frizzle disorder because we have a 25% chance of passing it down. But thankfully, through prenatal testing, we found out that he was a healthy baby boy and he was born in November 2024. About 3 months later, in February of 2025, I found a small lump on my breast. At the beginning, I thought it was something to do with breastfeeding, probably a cyst, but it didn't go away for a couple of weeks. I didn't know anything about breast cancer. I didn't know what the survival rates were. I didn't know what treatment looks like. I didn't know if it was a treatable type of cancer. And I was just in shock because I had just had my fourth child and all I thought was my poor babies. I felt shocked. I felt sad. I felt angry. Like I couldn't believe this was happening to me, but God works in amazing ways. 10 minutes after I got off the phone, my uncle, who is a gynecologist in Miami where we were, called me and he said, "You are not going to die from this. Breast cancer is highly treatable these days, and you will go through a rough time and you will go through a rough year and maybe even a few years, but you will survive. You will come out of this on the other side." Learning that there was treatment for breast cancer gave us hope, gave us the reason to fight, gave us the reason to endure it because we knew that I was going to be okay in the other side. Whereas when we learned of Arturo's diagnosis of Frizzle disorder, there was no treatment. It was devastating. There was nothing we could do. The big difference is that when it's my health, when it's my pain, when it's my health struggle, I can do that. Versus when it's your child's struggle, when it's his pain, that's a different level of pain because you can't take that away from them. And it's heartbreaking as a parent. And here I was fighting for my life while having a son who was also fighting for his life. One of the hardest first parts of needing surgery was that I needed to stop breastfeeding immediately. It was a physically painful process. All I needed at first was a lumpectomy, where they go in and just remove the tumor. The surgery went well. However, when we got the results of the pathology of the surgery, it showed that there were 5 centimeters more of cancer cells that we hadn't seen in the imaging. This meant that they hadn't gotten all the cancer out, and so I needed another surgery. And that meant for me that I needed to do a double mastectomy. And then, after the surgery, yet again, we got bad news. Almost in the full extent of the breast, they found more cancer cells. And they found cancer cells so close to the margin of the skin that it meant that I needed radiotherapy as well.
So yesterday was by far the worst day. Not because of radiation, but because we got an email from the social care team saying that they are not approving extra support during my cancer treatment, despite them having done so for the surgery. But they determined that we didn't need additional support just because I was going through cancer treatment. The past many years have been filled with me fighting the system to get the support that Arturo needs for his care. And you would think that going through cancer treatment would soften people's hearts and would finally get him the care that he needs. But no, apparently not. Doesn't not qualify for additional support.
It was a few months later that I started to get a really bad reaction from the radiotherapy. So once again, You're just waiting for the treatment to be done, and it keeps getting dragged out. And all this time, life is on hold, and you're just waiting to jump back in. Because when you're in crisis mode, you can't really deal with normal life. And for me, that meant not being able to take care of my children as I usually do, which includes Arturo, who needs 24/7 care, and included a newborn baby, who at this point I had already missed about 50% of his life, because he was 3 months old when I got diagnosed, and he was 6 months old by the time that I recovered from my second surgery.
Getting to the last day of radiation. Typical London weather. Last day. Last day. Done. Radiotherapy done. I feel good. Happy that it's over. Sad that I had to go through it. Yeah. Mixed emotions. Bit of fear of what's coming. Radiotherapy comes with big risks given my previous surgeries that will show up over time. Discomfort, pain, complications of something called a capsular contraction that then would cause more pain and the need for more surgery. Just hoping that doesn't happen, then we'll wait and see.
Yeah, even in the hard, even as you're like focusing on yourself, you are fighting to develop this treatment for them and like make it possible, and like again living with that hope that it's gonna happen. And so you just, you know, do what you have to do every day to keep moving forward.
Finding Hope for Frizzle has identified life-changing treatment for Frizzle disease. They're currently developing the drug that will be given as a one-time injection, and they plan to begin dosing by September 2026 if the needed funds are raised. The organization needs $5 million total to fund the manufacturing of the drug and the clinical trial site to dose the children. We got it. We need to make it, then we need to give it. But first, we have to fund it. Help us fund life-saving treatment for Frizzle disease.